stadium in all of sports than the Rose Bowl. It's the USC Trojans and the UCLA Bruins. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
I caught up with the USC head coach before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Trojans will kick off first, and here we go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Bruins offense will have the football first. The Trojans dominated this matchup last year and took home the victory bell in a blowout.
Yeah, and they were just having fun during that blowout of their Cross-City rival last year. David, you could just see it on the faces of the Trojan players, having fun, pummeling UCLA last season.
Yeah, and I can tell you what, as a player in rivalry games, you also don't remember how much fun they had. All the celebration.
Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Hey, you know what's really easy? It's easy to say, hey, quarterback, run out there, pitch off of that guy, and now your running back gets to go play one-on-one with somebody else. It's got to all work timing-wise, and the defense did a great job flying up, nowhere to go, make the play, make them make a quick decision, and you get the fumble and recover it in the backfield.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Running inside, it's Jordan. Pickup of 5, it's now 2nd and 5. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay. There he goes. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Trying to run, it's Jordan. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 5 on that last one now. How aggressive will they be on 2nd and inches? Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Ellis. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage in predictable situations.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And the Bruins send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's in open space downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continued to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Zings it complete to the right. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Tight end now in motion. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Swings it out to the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Makes the grab, it's Knight. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll move the tight end. Iamaleava from the gun on 3rd down. He's got him. Gets away from one, finds room. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. He's going to let it go. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find out about. And these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
It'll be 3rd and long. Iamaleava throws to the wideout. And Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. To the air, it's Maiava. Under fire. Got a man. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. So now it's 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Jordan. Got a little grass. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
Well, obviously, at this point in the 1st half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Finds a tight end down the gut. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Looking for space. It's Jordan. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And the Trojans go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw, it's Maiava. A little release to the back. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Big guy smells it. Touchdown, USC. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the 1st half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down, Iamaleava. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. First play of the drive comes from the 41. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Maiava. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking downfield very late in the half. Blasted as he lets it go.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Got enough for the first. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Throwing, Imaliava. He lofts one down the sideline. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the Virginia Tech Hokies. And it's the Cavaliers in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back over to your game inside the historic Rose Bowl. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Bruins will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Bringing it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Trying to set the tone with the run. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the 2nd half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Dropping back, it's Maiava. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
Well, this defense knew they had to get off to a fast start here in the 2nd half. They're trailing by a bunch of points right now on the scoreboard. They needed to make something positive happen early, and on the very first drive, they get a sack on 3rd down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
The ball pops out on the return. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Running inside, it's Miller. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Snagged out of the air. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his...
But got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And he's in! Touchdown, Southern Cal! USC stretches out that lead, and not too far in the distance, they're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in L.A.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute, and right now they're getting ready to chant "Fight on" at the end of this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. The run inside. It's Knight. Open space at the 25. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Past the 20. Touchdown, Bruin. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. The give is to Miller. Breaks into the open. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That's reeled in. It's Williams. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Throws toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. downfield. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Knight. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They send the tight end in motion. Iamaleava bringing the heat. Makes the grab. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick completion to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. It's Iamaleava. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Pulls it in. And they're able to get him down.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Again, it's Iamaleava. Lets it fly. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
On these critical fourth downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the first down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off for a huge score.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 15, set to kick off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Miller with the ball. Makes him talk to the hand. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First down for this offense. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. The throw. The sure hands, it's Miller. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The hand to the running back.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football now.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And a lot of times they'll fit up front. You know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
USA 35, UCLA 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Third down in the gun, Iamaleava. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Looking for a deep man. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Off play action on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he'll be brought down, and he has them set up with a first and goal as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. To the air, it's Maiava. Stepping to the right. The throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting the field goal on the board, they'll line up for the onside kick. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. Now they'll put their heads together over on the sideline. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
With the catch, it's Ellis. Smashes ahead. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Throwing, Imaliava. He hurls one deep down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And the Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Knight. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. That's it! A sack to end it as they finish off this one in style. Back in 1939, USC first stole the victory bell. This time around, it was earned as the Trojans emerged victorious over their crosstown rivals. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.